Hey, what's going on, guys? Paul Farmer here from paulgfarmer.com. This is Freedom Project Live, episode 48. What I like to do on these is I like to share my online journey with you, experiences I've had, what's going on with me right now, what I've learned, just to really, give you marketing tips, really to help you get better results when it comes to online marketing, earning an income online. So, today, let's see. Today it's probably gonna be short. I don't know. I always say that and I go on and on and on. But today, what I wanted to talk about was how you handle compliments. So, when you get a compliment, how do you handle that? So, for me, for the longest time, and I've been working on this for the longest time, what I would do is someone would compliment me. They would say something like, "Hey, great video," or "Great webinar," or whatever it is, great post, great training, whatever the compliment was. What I would do is, "All thank you, I appreciate that, but I could have done better." Something I'd throw something in there, but I could have done better, and really, and I didn't realize this for the longest time, but really what that is doing is that is blocking the blessing. Is blocking the blessing. It's blocking the blessing from the person. You're blocking the blessing the person is giving you. Okay. So when the person gives you a compliment and you're like, "Thank you, but I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done," that's actually blocking their blessing. It's just blocking your blessing and their blessing. So what you want to do is just thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Really kind of you. And leave it at that. Now, the other thing that I've been working on and what I used to do as well is when someone gives me a compliment, instead of going, so they're giving you the compliment, they're giving you the blessing, so to speak, right? Uh, Instead of going, "Thank you, you too," just say thank you. Just thank you. And the reason is because when you're going "you too," it's kind of like you're not really accepting it. Like so it's just a little tip that I've learned over the years. But instead of, like, we always feel like we have to give back right away, right? And it's not really accepting their gift. You know what I mean? Like, they're saying, "Hey, thank you," right? And you're like, "Yeah, you too," or "Have a great day," and you're like, "Yeah, you too," and they're telling you to have a great day. So just leave it at that. Awesome, thank you, and go on. So that's just a little tip. So a little bit about business for me. I like to talk a little bit about what I'm doing. So yesterday I didn't really do too many connections. I did send out a few links. Everybody I asked actually yesterday was open to it. So that was really cool. I guess I'm getting better, or maybe I'm just talking to better people. I don't know. But, well, I shouldn't say better people, maybe more qualified people, maybe people that are more in a space where they want to improve their lives. I don't know. But instead, what I focused on was putting more value into my group, my private group that I have, where I have my training, I have my resources, and it's really what I do to provide as much value as I possibly can to my team so they can go out. And I like to say, because this is a number I think most people want to reach, many people want to reach. Um, for me, it's a low number now. But when I was first starting, that was the number, and that was $2,000 a month. That was $2,000 a month. Just get me to $2,000 a month, right? So that is my goal with my private group, is to help you get to $2,000 a month or more or better. Personally, I know it could be way better. But we're talking about a lot of different aspects, not just the training. 90% of it is in your head. 90% of it is how you think. So we have to get the mind right. That's super important. That's why I do personal development every day. Always working on the mind, because I believe they say it's like 70 to 80% of our thoughts throughout the day are negative. 70 to 80%. I might have that number a little bit wrong. It might be higher than that. I don't think it's lower than that. But the majority of our thoughts are negative thoughts. So we really have to work hard on learning how to think more positively, really focusing on what it is we really want in life, what we really want versus what we don't want. So when things are going badly, when things are not working the way we want them to work, we tend to focus on the things that we don't want. And by focusing on the things that we don't want, those are the things that come into our life. Now, I'm not going to explain this scientifically or any of this stuff, but that just what happens. That's what happens. So if you're focusing on how many bills you have or how lack of money you have or that crappy car you're driving or the fact that you never get to go on vacation or whatever thing you're focusing on the most expands. It was who said that? It was oh man, I can't think of the name. Strangest Secret. What is his name? Anyway, he said that the thing you focus on the most expands. Let me check my phone. Actually, I got his name on here. I got his full library. 1 second. Let's see here. Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Earl Nightingale in The Strangest Secret basically said whatever you focus on the most expands. Whatever you focus on the most expands. So whatever that is. So I would say focus on what you want in your life. You want more prosperity, abundance, more money, better health. Focus on what you want. All right. So that's really all I got today. I hope you got value. I'm really serious about helping you create financial freedom, or at least, financial freedom has a lot of different meanings for many different people. So it's kind of hard to define because everybody has a different definition of it, but at least a little less stress in your life when it comes to your finances. If I get you to $2,000 a month, which I know I can, would that help you? Would that take some stress off you? Would that allow you to maybe take a vacation you've been putting off? Though that is what is really. I believe they say it's like even just an extra $200. Just an extra $200 a month would help a lot of families. So I'm talking about making 2,000 plus a month. And I know it's possible because I've done it. I've made more than that in weeks. So in a week versus a month. So I know it's possible, and I know you can do it. If you want to know how I create extra income online, just click the green check mark below. That is my number one recommended system. That's going to bring you into my email where I provide as much value as I possibly can to help you break through whatever barriers are keeping you from really getting where you want to go. Because really what it comes down to is, like I said, it's mindset and skill set. You got to learn a skill. You got to master a skill. You got to at least become proficient in a skill. And then you need to really work on that mindset every day. And by following me, you're going to see that I am very disciplined when it comes to working on my mindset every day. Every single day, I'm watching an 8-figure marketer, listening to what he has to say, listening to how he thinks. I mean, all this stuff wears off, right? I'm always listening to an audiobook. Even if I don't have a new one, I go back to like 10X Rule, or I go back to Think and Grow Rich. I'm always working on that because I know how important it is when it comes to the way we think, right? And it sounds so simple. Oh, just focus on what you want. But it's so easy to get off course, One of the things I do in the afternoon, usually in the afternoons, if it's not too cold out, I will go out and I'll go for a walk. I'll listen to an audio while I'm walking, or I'll talk to a friend or something to clear my head. and to stay focused on what it is I want. Because if you're like, for me, I'm full time online. So if I'm sitting in front of a computer too long or I'm inside too long, it just helps to be out. There's actually studies have been done that when you go for a walk and you look at objects in the distance with the sun, it makes you feel better. And the whole point is you want to feel good as much as you possibly can, because when you feel good, it's a little law of attraction stuff. When you feel good, that is